Sometimes it's the smallest moments, Scott, at just the right time that leave the biggest impressions. Today's video captures the strange, emotional, and heart-pounding scenes that the camera managed to freeze in time. Stick with us until the end, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Music A Close Call. This scene reminds us just how important it is to stay alert behind the wheel. This truck driver definitely didn't expect to land in such a predicament, but thankfully, everyone walked away without injuries. Nature doesn't ask for permission when it puts on a show. In San Antonio, the wind turned the skies into a display of sheer force, lifting debris into the air like a tornado of chaos. Charles Potter watched in disbelief as roofs began to fly away, an unforgettable demonstration of nature's raw power. In Bahar Sharif, powerful gusts transformed a wedding tent into a floating parachute, sweeping it high above the ground in a truly surreal moment. Mama, look at that. The skies above Mississippi put on a dreamlike performance when a cloud formation stretched out like a floating platform. Most magical. When a 100-year-old steam engine rolled through the snowy tracks of Bartlett, it was like watching a storybook come to life. Two majestic cats, Schemeball Shanks and Mittens, oversaw the railway like seasoned pros, adding an unexpected touch of charm. Music sometimes, waiting a few extra minutes at a railroad crossing, is what keeps you alive. Follow the signs, obey the signals. A driver pushed his luck too far, and it nearly ended in disaster, but luck intervened just inches before catastrophe. Caught in a torrential downpour, the truck spun out of control, another reminder of how unpredictable nature can be and how vital it is to always prioritize safety. A terrifying moment unfolded when a train approached a school bus just as the barrier dropped. Hearts stopped, but fate was kind. No one was harmed. As the train rushed by, snow flew like powdered mist, creating a moment that felt straight out of a snow globe. Your support means everything. If you enjoy these rare moments, consider sending a super thanks. Music and a heartwarming act of bravery. A sister rushed to shield her brother from danger. A powerful example of love and instinct. Before planning any outdoor adventure, check the forecast. Weather can turn on a dime. Never forget, check your car before setting off, especially your tires. Stay focused, keep your distance, and drive smart. A strange accident occurred when two parked vehicles suddenly slipped and collided with a roadside boulder. Nature doesn't always wait for motion. A slithery visitor on a busy street startled drivers. What would you do if a snake crossed your path in traffic? Snowy Kansas, one massive truck sped by in an incredible burst of power, an unexpected sight that demanded attention. When a utility pole began to fall, a white SUV acted like an accidental hero, stopping it just in time. Music, if any of these moments made you smile, leave a 1 in the comments and give us a like. In another town, heavy hail pounded down. Fiercely, here's hoping everyone made it through unscathed. In China, a house near a riverbank was swept away by a flood. Fortunately, most of the residents evacuated just in time. Near Hakata Station, a massive sinkhole suddenly swallowed signs and utility poles. An ordinary day turned into something out of a sci-fi film. And there's more ahead. Relax and explore these rare wonders with us. In the sky, trails from American rockets looked like lines drawn toward the stars. Epic and inspiring. Wow. ... Even viewers were stunned as the sky seemed to spell out something mysterious above. If space and exploration thrill you, comment too and hit subscribe. Let's chase the cosmos together. The music, some moments are so intense, you'll find yourself hitting replay over and over. A terrifying car crash into a building's lobby narrowly missed a structural pillar. Yet another reminder of why safe driving matters. Everyone's got an opinion. Drop yours in the comments about the wildest moment you saw today. Sometimes your longtime buddies turn out to be hiding where you least expect, like in your closet. We'll safely get him out. Just another day in a strange world. This poor driver looks overwhelmed and in real trouble. Hopefully, help is just around the corner. Out of nowhere, a massive tree collapsed onto a parked car. Luckily, it was empty. A runaway vehicle raced toward a crowd, hearts pounding, but it came to a miraculous stop in the nick of time. Sudden gusts brought down a tree across a road, A responding police cruiser managed to stop just in time. The value of a working braking system can't be overstated, especially on steep roads. A swarm of bees filled a busy Manhattan street, creating a bizarre sight. Maybe they were just exploring city life. On Hawaii's Big Island, Kilauea's eruption turned the night into a glowing lava show, beautiful yet ominous. A quick thinking. Driver avoided a deadly landslide. Being alert truly saves lives. On the edge of a cliff, a home was swallowed by the earth. In seconds, nature's power is breathtaking. One near miss reminded us how a calm head behind the wheel can be life-saving. In California, a freak dust storm blanketed the sky, surprising residents and baffling onlookers. Like something from a nature documentary, a deer vaulted gracefully over a cyclist. Both escaped unharmed. Ryan McMurphy discovered an unexpected rider on his car's roof. Maybe the animal just wanted a lift. A peaceful road trip was interrupted when a green snake dropped into the car queue. The panic. Keep your eyes on height clearance signs. One wrong move, and the whole journey takes a wrong turn. Quick reflexes and calm nerves can change the outcome of an emergency in the mountains. Sometimes a young driver just needs practice. Everyone starts somewhere. Sudden wind turned a riverside picnic into a chaotic whirlwind. Always secure your gear. In western Montana, fierce winds turned the landscape into a sandstorm. Protective goggles became a necessity. A truly rare sight. A reverse waterfall, as if nature had flipped the laws of physics. Forget the spa. One unlucky commuter ended up taking a muddy bath on the street. An enormous, uninvited guest. Mother Nature's unexpected drop-in leaves. Behind unforgettable memories, a calm demeanor during a sudden challenge amazed everyone. Luck and presence of mind in action. Music. A reverse sliding car scene like something out of a cartoon. Scooby-Doo, anyone? On a steep icy road, vehicles skated down like performers in an unplanned ballet. A driver forgot to clear off his roof. The snowy mound stayed for the ride. In Michigan, mayflies blanketed the town like living confetti. True one-of-a-kind event. Frozen Niagara Falls glistened in the snow. A winter fairy tale brought to life. Green sheep hopping along cliffs. Yes, you read that right. Proof that nature never runs out of surprises. A simple fall bruised his pride more than anything. Elsie's fine, but the ego might take a while to heal. Slippery streets turned into racetracks for runaway trash bins. Storm surges left only rooftops, floating devastation that left people stunned. A tornado took form right outside a house in Fort Myers. Thankfully, a camera captured it, not just memory. Floodwaters in New Jersey turned a dealership lot into a riverbed for cars. Cedar City's Walmart parking lot became an impromptu swimming pool. Powerful waves battered the coast in Capella nature versus man-made structures. Flash floods hit Philadelphia with such force that a power box exploded, another sign of how fast chaos can strike. In ancient Jordan, floods tore through the streets, putting irreplaceable heritage at risk. Boston's harbor transformed into a sea of mist under record-setting cold sea smoke, painting the city in silence. Storm Nicole's approach turned Daytona into a battleground between wind and structure. In Manitoba, laundry froze stiff on the line, winter at its most extreme. Even raccoons get hungry. One was spotted rummaging in the trash, cool as can be. A golden sunset blanketed snowy Wisconsin in peace, a rare, dreamlike sight. In the Sahara, snow and sand met, creating a breathtaking collision of two seasons. A lightning storm in Port Douglas brought more than thunder, a truly cinematic light display. Sea foam in San Gennale rolled through the streets like an oceanic parade. Florida's skies lit up in a race between meteors and stars, just another evening in the extraordinary. If any of these moments made you gasp, smile, or say wow, don't forget to like and share with your friends. Hit that subscribe button so you won't miss the next adventure, and if you truly enjoy the content, a super thanks is always appreciated. This next scene takes place during what was supposed to be an ordinary hike. A family's peaceful day in the woods turned unforgettable when a bear calmly strolled right past them, completely uninterested, but terrifying nonetheless. Nobody dared to breathe, and somehow the camera kept rolling on a remote highway. A lone elk emerged from the fog and stood in the center of the road unmoving. Its haunting presence in the mist made the scene look like something from a dream war. A legend. In Alaska, an avalanche barreled down a mountainside and spilled across a roadway just seconds after cars passed. One driver managed to capture the entire moment, proving how narrowly they missed disaster at a seaside village in Iceland. A massive wave crashed over a protective barrier, washing through the town square. The local cafe's chairs floated down the street, and residents watched in stunned silence. Thankfully, no one was hurt. While exploring a forest, a group of adventurers stumbled upon a frozen waterfall, completely motionless, like time had stopped. The natural ice sculpture stood over 60 feet tall, shimmering in the low winter sun. A high-speed chase ended dramatically when a suspect's car flipped after hitting a patch of oil. The bystanders who caught it on camera also captured the moment police rushed to pull the man from the wreckage. He survived, and so did this jaw-dropping footage in the Netherlands. Hundreds of starlings moved through the sky in a synchronized aerial ballet. The murmuration twisted and curled like a single creature, nature's own version of choreography. A lightning bolt struck a tree, just feet away from a fisherman in Florida. He dropped his rod and ran, while the crackle of thunder and the smell of burning bark filled the air. The tree split in half, and the video went viral within hours. In a quiet corner of Norway, frozen lakes suddenly cracked under the weight of a snowmobile. The rider managed to leap to safety just in time, while the machine slowly sank beneath the ice. At a countryside wedding in Argentina, a dust devil spun through the celebration, scattering tablecloths and decorations in every direction. Guests screamed, laughed, and Renault caught on camera with confetti flying everywhere. An orangutan in a wildlife sanctuary was recorded expertly escaping its enclosure using vines and makeshift ropes. The keepers were shocked, not angry, just impressed. The clever creature was safely guided back to its area without harm. In the middle of a traffic jam in Bangkok, an elephant slowly walked down the road with a small load of sugarcane on its back. Drivers waited patiently, and one even offered the animal a banana from his car window. I'd accepted. A drone captured the exact moment a water spout formed over the ocean, spiraling upward and then dissipating into thin air. The rare footage gave viewers a close-up look at one of nature's strangest and most beautiful weather phenomena. In South Korea, a security camera recorded a sinkhole suddenly swallowing a portion of the sidewalk. Two pedestrians narrowly avoided falling in, thanks to a split-second decision to step aside. A young boy's toy drone recorded something wild, a pod of dolphins leaping from the ocean surface as the sun set behind them. His excited voice on. The recording made the moment even more heartwarming. In an alleyway in New York City, a fire hydrant burst and sent water soaring several stories into the air. Kids danced in the spray while adults cheered, turning an unexpected accident into a block party celebration. During an air show, a jet performed a flyby that broke the sound barrier just as it passed over a lake. The sonic boom echoed through the valley, and startled birds took flight, a scene that felt like a movie in real life. In Australia, firefighters racing toward a wildfire were shocked when a kangaroo bounded ahead of their truck, almost as if guiding them. They later dubbed it Blaze, the accidental mascot of their mission. As spring arrived early in Japan, cherry blossoms bloomed under falling snowflakes, creating a visual blend of seasons that felt like a postcard from another world. In a sudden downpour, flooded street turned into a river, and a kind-hearted stranger used an inflatable pool float to rescue stranded pets from a home. Onlookers applauded as he carried each animal to dry land. In Germany, a camera installed to monitor a forest trail captured a group of deer stopping in formation, all staring in the same direction as if sensing something unseen. The eerie stillness lasted for several seconds before they fled. On a sunny day at the beach, a man built a massive sandcastle that was so detailed it looked like a medieval fortress. That evening, waves began to erode the structure, but instead of collapsing, the outer wall fell gently, creating a beautiful final display. In Canada, a moose got tangled in a backyard soccer net. Neighbors worked together to gently cut it free while recording the tense moment. After being freed, the moose gave one final glance, almost like a thank you for disappearing into the forest. A spontaneous wedding proposal took place on a mountaintop in Colorado, just as lightning lit up the sky behind the couple. Timing was accidental, but perfect and unforgettable. Beginning to their story, a fisherman on a quiet dock captured the moment a whale surfaced just feet from his boat. Its massive body rose like a submarine, then slowly sank, leaving behind only ripples and a shocked audience in a flooded Malaysian street. Two boys floated down the road in a plastic bathtub, waving and smiling as if it were a theme park ride. A passerby filmed it, and it later became a symbol of hope and humor during tough times. A hawk swooped down on a drone mid-flight and snatched it out of the air, mistaking it for prey. The drone was later recovered, still recording. A bird's-eye view of the takedown. The mother duck led her ducklings through rush hour traffic, and to everyone's amazement, cars stopped in every direction to give her space. The entire procession made it safely to the park on the other side. From icy cliffs and falling trees to wildlife encounters and natural disasters, these moments are reminders that life is full of surprise, danger, beauty, and courage. And the best part? Many of them were captured by ordinary people, just in the right place at the right time. If any of these incredible moments took your breath away, don't forget to like, comment, and share with your friends. Your support helps keep the camera rolling for the next unbelievable capture. And if you truly enjoyed this journey, consider dropping us a super thanks to help us keep exploring. In a bustling street in Istanbul, a cat leaped from a third-story balcony and landed safely on the back of a moving scooter. The stunned driver didn't even realize he had a passenger until people started cheering around him. The cat hopped off. At the next intersection, cool and casual like it had done this before, a street performer in Rome was balancing on a unicycle while juggling flaming torches when a strong wind swept in. One torch was caught midair by a bystander, pure reflex. The entire square erupted in applause as if it was part of the show. In Brazil, a sudden fire on a commuter bus left passengers panicking, but a young girl handed her baby to a stranger through the window before climbing out herself. The moment, caught on a nearby security camera, reminded everyone of how strangers can become heroes in an instant. A farmer in India had his morning interrupted when a tornado of butterflies swirled around his field. The video showed thousands of colorful wings fluttering through the sky like living confetti. The man stood silently in awe as nature offered a rare spectacle. In Sweden, a security camera captured a boy walking home from school, completely unaware that a sheet of ice had broken loose from a rooftop just behind him. The giant slab crashed to the ground a split second after he passed safe only by a stroke of luck. At a beach in Thailand, a young couple set up their camera to take engagement photos. Just as they posed, a pod of dolphins breached in the background. Their perfect timing created a once-in-a-lifetime photo, no editing needed. During a live news report in Mexico, a 5.6 magnitude earthquake hit mid-broadcast. The anchor, visibly shaken, guided viewers on how to remain safe while the studio lights swung overhead. The footage was later praised for its calmness under pressure. In Russia, an entire street of cars began slowly sliding downhill after a thin layer of invisible ice formed overnight. Drivers were seen chasing their own cars down the road while yelling in disbelief. Amazingly, no one was hurt, and the viral clip brought a lot of laughter. While filming birds in the forest, a hiker's camera accidentally captured a rare black jaguar stalking in the shadows. The animal never approached, but knowing it was just feet away gave viewers chills. A father teaching his daughter how to ride a bike caught something incredible as she took off on her own for the first time. A shooting star streaked across the sky in the background. The pure joy in her laugh and the cosmic timing turned a simple family video into something almost spiritual in the Philippines. A flash flood swept through a neighborhood so quickly that residents barely had time to react. One man used an empty refrigerator as a flotation device to rescue stranded dogs from rooftops. It was caught on drone footage from a local vlogger. On a cloudy afternoon in Kenya, the sky opened to reveal a perfect circular rainbow around the sun. Children pointed up, amazed. Local elders said it was the first time they'd seen such a phenomenon in decades. Luckily, someone had their phone ready in a Florida swamp. An alligator crossed the golf course just as a golfer was teeing up. Without missing a beat, the golfer waited for it to pass, then resumed his swing, caught on a viral TikTok that made everyone question just how casual Florida life really is. A group of tourists in Norway watched in awe as the northern lights danced directly overhead, but the real surprise was when a meteor shot through the aurora like a glowing dart. It was a cosmic jackpot, captured in full by one lucky smartphone. During a summer storm in Italy, a bolt of lightning struck the sea and created a glowing blue ring in the water. Spectators gasped as it fizzled out in seconds, a rare electroatmospheric effect that scientists later confirmed had only been captured a handful of times. In a small village in Vietnam, school play went hilariously off script when the wind picked up and blew all the props away. Instead of stopping, the kids improvised. With laughter and continued the performance, the entire town was proud. The video now lives online forever at a skate park in California. A 10-year-old pulled off an impossible trick just as a rainbow appeared in the background. His shocked expression, mouth open, arms raised, was more iconic than the stunt itself. It's one of those you had to see it to believe it moments. A boy's lost kite became the hero of the day when it got tangled on a power line and flagged down a repair crew. The workers, who weren't scheduled to check that section for another week, discovered a major fault just in time thanks to a child's accident in Dubai. A sandstorm rolled across the city so quickly that skyscrapers vanished in seconds. Time-lapse footage from a hotel balcony captured the eerie transformation. Like something out of a dystopian film, an old man walking home from the grocery store stopped to help a collapsed runner on the sidewalk. What no one knew is that the man was once a marathon